Welcome into the upper bracket final here in qualifier number 2. On the left-hand side, we have got COPIUM, and on the right, it's going to be Three-Legged Cat. This is a playoff-determining matchup. So winner goes to the playoffs in 2 weeks. Loser drops down to the lower bracket, and we'll have one chance tomorrow in the lower bracket final to establish victory, right? A lower bracket final, yes, because they dropped out. They literally drop into the lower bracket final. So it is tournament life tomorrow, but we'll see who's going to be able to take this as a best 3 series. And it is the Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this series. No carryovers from the previous maps we had earlier today. And the big thing to mention is that Imperius is unbanned. He was banned in Qualifier 1 because of a bug that persisted from 1 to level 20, essentially. Well, he just got his level 20 talent at level 1, so it's not really fair. So that got banned away, but he's back in. It was patched away on Sunday when they removed all heroes being available after the 10th anniversary for Heroes of the Storm. So, bans at the top of the screen will not carry over. It is only the heroes that are picked and played. There are bounties, and the last couple series we have not seen many bounty attempts from either of these teams, as I apparently have dropped like 6,000 frames out of nowhere. I don't know when I dropped 6,000 frames, but I think I dropped 6,000 frames. Either way, F5 your stream so you're close to live as possible, as we do have the Lucio Chromie band away on the left side. Now I'm getting nervous about my frames in this best of 3, but it's okay. So Lucio Chromie on the left side, Dahaka Junkrat on the right, and first pick over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. I don't think I mentioned the map bans, but COPIUM did ban away Battlefield and Haunted Mines. Sky Temple and Alterac banned away by the side of Three-Legged Cat. Forget what, upset somewhere in the universe. Blaze first pick. No way! Blaze first picked in a Heroes of the Storm game? Get out of town. That's so crazy. Man, I don't know what to expect next. Genji Brightwing? Actually, Genji Anduin probably. Brightwing and the Lost Vikings. Alright, so we're going to see the last series. We saw Deep Dive Extreme ban out the Vikings in a couple maps. It was Dragonshire and Cursed Hollow were the 2 maps where the Vikings were banned. So excited to see why that was going to be banned away, as maybe we have a really strong Viking player here. Next 2 picks before the mid-ban phase on the side of Three-Legged Cats. They've got the Blaze. They're going to pick up a Stukov and a Vala. Okay. Nothing really there. The wedding I just went to, I'm pretty sure, was the last one for a long time. I'm trying to think, the last wedding I went to was, I think, Hostiles, and that was like 2023? 2022? 2023? Somewhere in there. That was a long time ago, I feel. That's the last wedding I remember going to. Yeah. Medivh will be banned away. Okay, so we have Stukov, Blaze, Vala. They're not gonna choke all of this, are they? Three-Legged Cat does like to play Cho'Gall, is the thing. And the pieces of the puzzle are there, like Blaze Double Soak, Stukov, Vala, Cho'Gall, but I don't think the Stukov and the Cho'Gall work well together. I think you typically want like Ariel or Rhaegar realistically, or a Brightwing for phase shift. I think that it could work with Stukov. It's not like, oh, you can't do it, but I don't think that's their direction here. Three-Legged Cat is a fan of the quality hero. But we do have our mid-ban phase over. Medivh and Hanzo were banned away by the respective teams, and COPIUM in the mid-ban, or after the mid-ban phase, will be having first pick. Next 2 picks coming up. They have 3 spots left. Gonna go for Stitches Falstad. Okay. What's the follow-up to Gorge? So you Gorge, Gust, Polymorph the target. I feel like they need more burst. And Junkrat's banned, so you can't do Steel Trap for another CC. They could go Thrall, actually. Thrall isn't too bad. Could look at maybe a Cassia. She fends in immediately. Zeratul to hunt the Vikings, and a Muradin main tank. Last pick on the left-hand side. I like I think more CC is nice here, and I think Thrall kind of hits that spot perfectly. You got the Frostwolf for another root, You've got high output of damage with Wind Fury, Chain Lightning, potentially for a little bit of a percent-based damage with Whirling Thunder. But no, they're going to go Cassia. Alright, well, it was my other idea. Blind into the Vala is the other thing that I was thinking about, but also, like, Fend immediately. This could be a Valkyrie game. I actually don't hate the idea of a Valkyrie game. Twitch Gamble's going. Final best of 3 of the day. Let's make every prediction big, because I believe in you, chat. Alrighty, here we go. Map number 1 of this best of 3 upper bracket final. Banana on the Brightwing for the side of COPIUM, Masquerade, Stitches, Polpaka, Falstad, a Nano, Cassia, and Olaf, Eric, and Baylog, the Lost Vikings, to be played by Serdath. Right side of the map, we've got Three-Legged Cat, My Try on the Blaze, Captain Rex is your Stukov, High Wraith Muradin, Drac on the Vala, and Taikessa, the other Nano, is going to be playing Zeratul. I need to, you know what I should do? I should ask the player what they like to be called. If they actually want to be called Nano or Taikessa, I'm not sure. Stormbolt. Looking for, oh, wait, the hook is good. High Wraith gets fended by the Cassia. Vala comes in with a hungering arrow, but no connection. We do have Creed the Hunter level 1. We're looking at a Mind Hunter for the Zeratul. Adrenaline Stim Pack on the Blaze. Fetid Touch for the Stukov, and Dwarf Block for the Muradin. Greater Polymorph on the Brightwing. You've got your Lightning Stroke for the Cassia, Olaf the Stout level 1, Frequent Flyer for the Falstad for the auto attack build, and Stitches will be hungry for more, looking for those regeneration globes as Falstad gets the kill onto Zeratul with some help with the Vikings and Brightwing in the top lane. Not a real respectable 1v1 there. Blaze going up into top, putting some pressure onto a Viking. Polymorph. A couple autos from Falstad as well. Right side, Sapper Camp already started out by the members of Three-Legged Cat. We've got Copium rotating over to theirs, maybe? Yeah, Cassie's going for that, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's an invade. No? No invade, actually. Looks like Viking Globe is tracking properly. Let's take a look here and see if we can find a Viking picking up a Globe, if it will stack it for us, because I don't think we have any sort of fight or anything, just a little bit of harassment in the rotation, so this should be 6. If Serdath will move his Viking up ever so slightly. Does not! Okay, we don't know. Phase shift onto Masquerade in the bottom lane. Looks like they'll be fine for the time being. Cassia did get that left side camp uninterrupted. Level 4 here on the right side, we have Biotic Armor for the Stukov. Thunderburn on your Muradin, so probably healing stack later. The hook is good. High Wraith gets a healing pathogen from Captain Rex, but will be taken down. Second kill over to the side of Copium as they get 1, 2, 3 sappers in, and a lot of damage onto the fort front gates. 19,000 to 20,000. We have a very close gamble. Just about 20k to 20k. According to my screen, it's 50-50. Perfectly balanced as things should be.
Capture them quickly.
Quick clear onto the top lane wave. We are looking at what for mid. Falstad just going to be soaking up. I thought maybe there'd be a catch in the rotation because I do see a little bit of a bush party burden. Dwarf tosses it, misses the Stormbolt. The hook lands on Vala. She tries to vault to the side. It is Creed the Hunter level 1. If she goes down, we'll be having 5% of the gambit removed, but the Cassia falls as well. Zeratul able to get the last little bit of damage. The real Nano finds the kill. Viking on the left gets the channel. It looks like Eric is going to try and harass on the right, but the fight over this center objective is still going, though as I look at this longer and longer, I don't see Banana getting interrupted. So it's going to be 8-4 in Bell Tower shot trading, favoring the side of COPIUM.
Be mine, and mine alone.
Okay.
I am Lord.
Propulsion comes in, Murden, Dwarf Toss as well. A lot of damage into Banana. The body blocking is pretty decent, but can Banana back away? The damage is there, and Blaze gets the kill. A hook lands onto Hyrate, the Dwarf tosses to safety. A Viking falls. The Brightwing killed earlier as well. Vala still soaking out bottom lane. 29 stacks for her, full auto build. Okay. Auto build for the false set as well. Going to be going into Frequent Flyer, Hammer Gains, and the Secret Weapon. Stitches with the Serrated Hook at level 7 as well. Magic Spit plus this Critical Miss is a good synergy. 31 stacks for Cassie already is not bad. 420 in. And with all this auto attack damage on the left side, Blaze with the Nanomachine coating makes sense at level 7. Skullcracker Muradin. Zeratul with the Wormhole as well. Gets polymorphed here. Vala trying to steal camp. Muradin anchoring just above. Some sappers in bottom being worked on by Stitches. Muradin throws down the Thunderclap on the ground, Vala with a Hungering Arrow. The auto attacks are pretty good. The sappers will charge in. Zeratul gets taken down by the false step, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, Masquerade will be traded. Muradin able to Dwarf Toss away from Nano. The Cassius fend in. Hungering Arrow goes out. The sustain damage is good. Vala vaults in with Death Dealer, and 1, 2, 3 sappers make it in. Bottom lane Bell Tower coming up next. Vala plus Minion Wave going to try and take this down.
Take the ult.
Stukov with his ranged arm right now. He's helping out a little bit, but 10 talents here picked up. High Wraith gets the channel, and it's going to be 31-32. A very close game by 1 point. Heroics are here on both sides, and let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. It is going to be Gorge, Gust, Play Again, Valkyrie, and what? Longboat Raid is a bounty, but I don't think COPIUM cares for the bounty right here. I think they just want to try and win. Good Rain of Vengeance to deny Stitches being able to pull this Blaze too far away. The Gust from False State comes out a little too late. Blaze with the Pyromania active, the Rain of Vengeance once again. The Valkyrie finds the pull onto Muradin, but the Flailing Swipes create the space and he's able to Dwarf Toss away. Another hook goes out, but nothing to connect. Might of the Nerazim, Rain of Vengeance, Bunker, for Flailing Swipes, and the Avatar from Muradin. Brightwing's gonna go Emerald Wind. Okay. Looking to push back the enemies with Falstad and Brightwing. Also, Intensive Winds at level 20 is insane. 5-second cooldown, no mana cost. Hook goes out, finds this Stukov once again. Members of COPIUM trying to get this bottom lane Bell Tower, a fort value currently at 6.5 minutes in game. See if they can get this back before next objective comes through. Should be announced momentarily in the top left and right, but yeah, this should be picked up. Fort converted back over to the left side. There's going to be your announcement of the objective. 30 seconds to go. Right side camp just respawning, so there's going to be an immediate grab from the side of Three-Legged Cat. And I have to be honest, Three-Legged Cat's macro and micro, their rotations, their team fighting, it's really on point. It is 4-4, but when you look at it, it's a really close game. Love what I'm seeing here from Three-Legged Cat. Hook goes out, no Gorge onto Blaze. The Jet Propulsion lands back into Stitches afterwards. Serdaf might lose a Viking here. Might actually lose a Viking just above to the Zeratul. Falstad, he's just anchoring for the ally. So it's going to be traded shots, 4-4, but still a 1-point advantage to the side of Three-Legged Cat. 27-28. Vala gets a kill onto a Viking right there. Currently going to be seeing Stitches trying to back away. Valkyrie finds Muradin, but he hugs the side of the wall, so it kind of cancels that out. There's going to be a hook into Gorge. Rain of Vengeance does stall things out a little bit. Emerald Wind pushes Muradin into the fort. He doesn't even activate Avatar. I don't think he actually was able to push a button right there. Nano trying to take, or excuse me, Tykessa trying to take down this Viking in top, and will be able to do so. 5-5 in kills. That Viking, I think, is their first full death. 1.25. The Vikings is not tracking correct, right? There's no way they only have 9 regeneration globes. Yeah, it's currently 27. Okay. Zeratul blinks out of top lane. Falstad clearing out wave. Next objective phase double. If traded, it still will be a 1-point game. Muradin trying to get some pressure onto Brightwing. The lurking arm goes out from Stukov. The Stitches goes fishing with that extended hook range from level 13. That is not going to be able to find anyone. 28 regeneration globes for him, by the way. It's just a bug. It's just a bug. It has nothing to do with ratios. It has nothing to do with 1/3, because that theory it would be 10. No, what it is, it just has to do with our observer. And at the beginning of the game, you need to click on someone on the enemy side. So this right here, you need to click on someone on the enemy side, and then I have a button just to pull that away over there. But I think at some point I clicked on a Viking or an ally team member, and that bugged it. So. But there's no rhyme or reason to how this breaks outside of what I just said. Well, it looks like it's going to be 8 total shots into the core of Copium, 19-28. From a 1-point game to a 9-point game. We're going to see bottom lane Bell Tower taken down. But Falstad in top lane is trying to push things up. Blaze coming up here. Twin Flames miss. Zeratul maybe getting some revenge. The play again from the Vikings in the top lane as well. Nano's going to be the target, or excuse me, Tykesa's the target. Emerald win from Brightwing as she does phase shift into the top lane as well. Top lane forward, safe for the time being. Murden, Dwarf tosses in. Stormbolt pierces into a Viking. Jet propulsion, nice mitigation with the gust. Yeah, it was just coincidental. Yeah, it was just coincidental. You see, right now they're at 32. Yeah, and unfortunately, once it breaks, and that's it. $16 should be simultaneous here. Bottom Bell Tower goes back over to the side of Copium. 10 seconds on that Stukov death timer. Follow Manticore level 16's big, though. Olaf Largen in charge. You've got the Pulverize for your Stitches as well for that -10 armor, and also that itty-bitty slow. Oh, wait, boss, they're going for this as well. Wait, you can't grab boss. That's not game-winning. Everyone knows this. The amount of people that have said to me in the past, oh, you can't grab boss. It's not game-winning. Why? There was nothing to do on the map. Sometimes you just gotta take a macro advantage. Oh, 16s are here on both sides. Viking and bottom's kind of trying to go for the channel. Zeratul cancels top left. Blaze should get top right. It, in theory, should be a 4 for 8. Or 8 for 4, favoring the side of three-legged cat. Emerald win from the Brightwing. Doesn't push people around the way they were hoping. Traded shots from top left and right. We do have Falstad flying down. That's going to be Stukov, the first one to go down. The gust from Falstad pushes people back. A hook onto High Wraith, pulls him back in. And I do believe with the Stukov dead for 36, this is going to be objective given to the enemy. So we're looking at 11-20 game. Still a 9-point game. Zeratul, Tykesa pushing things up here. Mid fort might go down. It's just one of those silly things where, like, someone watched, like, Hazuab's their fan, and maybe they said something, and then they were like, I'm treating this as the gospel. And it's like, no, you don't do that. The amount of times I've seen high-tier play where they literally go for boss to take it off the map while the enemy team's busy doing something else. Oh my god, that blink was beautiful from Tykesa. Oh, Serdath almost loses a Viking here in mid. Trying to take down this bell tower. Stukov pushing up the wave in bottom. Next objective, singular in the center of the map. As Muradin gets poked at by Cassia. A hook goes wide of my try. Blaze, does he have a bunker? He's gonna pop the Pyromania. Has a jet propulsion. Muradin lands a Stormbolt. Danger pangs, Falstad flies in. He's not going to be punished for that. There's a Gorge. Bottom Bell Tower getting converted. Here's Muradin, Dwarf tosses in. It's going to be Stukov, the one the Gorge in this situation. Healing Pathogen spread, flailing swipes coming out. Top right Bell Tower goes down to a Viking right there. Stukov dead once again. And a Vengeance, Masquerade, cleaned up by the Vala. Murden, Dwarf tosses in, Banana, taking a lot of sustained damage. Good little CC from the Muradin. And Vala's able to chase in. Cassia throws back a Lightning Fury, the Stormbolt, the big Jet Propulsion. Are all the Vikings going to fall here? They do take down the Blaze. Falstead looking to take down Drak, and the auto comes through, but Falstead falls. And now the 3 Vikings, they play it again here in bottom lane. 1 goes down, and I think they just back away. 4 shots. Oh, wait, hold on, Zeratul? I thought he was going to stick to them. So, the 4 shots rain in, and it's a 7-20 game. 13-point advantage to the side of Three-Legged Cat. They did hemorrhage a few members there in that fight. They're down 20 talents here, as it is Fury of the Storm. We don't see in the intensive win. It's going to be Speedy Dragon for the Brightwing. You got the gas bag on Stitches, activating Shambling Horror grants Unstoppable for 3 seconds. Passively, Shambling Horror cooldown is reduced by 20. You've got the Fury of the Storm for the Vikings, and Falstead, I'm assuming, is Wind Tunnel. Could be Frequent Flyer, to try, or the Epic Mount, excuse me, for more mobility, but I think realistically it's just Wind Tunnel and win the game with it, or at least try and turn things around with it. Opposing side, Controlled Chaos, Farflight Quiver, Rewind Muradin. We've got the Void, or the Shadow Stride for Zeratul, and Blaze, I assume is Fortified Bunker? I've been seeing a lot of Burn Notice, though. Once again, single altar in the center of the map. Falstead takes the center teleport into the battleground here. Looks like Bell Towers are back in control of their respective lanes. Bottom lane being attempted here, but Stitches walking up, eating tower shots is a little risky. Down to 50% HP already with a -20 spell, with a -20 armor. Viking eats that Jet Propulsion, nicely done. And a Viking will fall. Hook fishes, but no pull. It's actually Burn Notice Blaze. Basic attack slow enemies by 5%, deal an additional 32 damage over 2.5 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. Viking in mid, does have to play again. Looks like Muradin will zone a little bit here. A hook goes out, High Wraith sidesteps it. Thunderclap, Stormbolt misses, Vala chases out the Eric.
Lay claim to the altars.
120 stacks, by the way, for your Vala and Creed of the Hunter. That laugh, global announcement, boss is up. Zeratul trying to take down a Viking. Will be able to do so. Might force Eric to use play again in the bush, and absolutely, Vikings play again. Vala's going to be discovering the enemy team. The Wind Tunnel from Falstead, the big Rain of Vengeance, but it's met by a jump from the Vikings. Puddled down on the ground from Stukov. The Lurking Arm doesn't find a kill or anything. No low blow level 1, but Wind Tunnel was burned. And Muradin did go down. A hook finds Blaze. Pyromania active. Controlled Chaos. Bunker comes down. 900 HP. And Blaze activates his Adrenaline Stimpak, ignites the Ill Slick, and Vikings get a channel. Ladies and gentlemen, this 13-point game is back down to 9 points. This is up. Enemy team showing in bottom lane, but it looks like Stukov Vala, they're going to go for boss. They're like, you know what? They get bottom bell tower, we're going to go run at boss. And oh, wait, no, they're not. Thought it was going to be a really risky call for that, but they don't go for it in the end. They try and take down a Viking in top, unable to do so. Zeratul managing bottom lane, just going to wait for the wave to come to the death zone, clear that out, get the globe, and still waiting for that keep in the bottom lane to transfer over to the enemy side so they can get conversion on that. Sapper's being grabbed as well. These will go into bottom lane. And it looks like boss is going to be grabbed on the left-hand side. So we're going to be looking at a, math is hard, a 5-point game? That seems right. Let's just go with that. Lurking Arm into the minion wave. Zeratul jumps in immediately. 1, 2, and 3 Sappers make it into the bottom lane keep. It's a 5-point game. Double objective phase coming up next as 4-4 in shots. 3 Sappers here in bottom. Will they manage these? Do you see a danger ping on that? Yeah, they will. I anticipate bell towers to be traded, but I don't think COPIUM wants that. I mean, if they trade bell towers, they're in death position. I mean, they'd have 3 HP. Sappers over the wall would be GG. Boss in 4.5 minutes would be GG, or both these bell towers. So let's find out what's going to happen here. Let's pull away the talents and get a good zoom out. Serdath on the left-hand side, looking for the channel with Baylog. Zeratul managing the top lane wave. A hook finds the Blaze. A Gorge immediately wind tunnel. Pushes back the Vala. We do have one Viking on the left. Mitrai low. Gets taken down. Avatar from Murden was activated. Captain Rex is going to try for the channel here. One Viking falls. Another one should be picked off over here as well. Play again comes through from the Vikings. And they're going to give this. Three-legged cat. They don't have their Blaze. They give this. Murden Dwarf tosses in, looking for some pressure on the Masquerade, knowing the Gorge is down after utilizing it onto the enemy, but that is going to be another hook connecting. High Wraith getting low. Rain of Vengeance from Fall comes through. Zeratul gets one Viking killed. 77 seconds on play again from the Vikings. Lost in 3 minute 23. Viking in top pushing up onto a fort. This is the frustrating part of Towers of Doom. This really is the frustrating part of Towers of Doom. You've been leading the game, but now, post level 20, you're just running around, like, trying to deal with the Vikings because their push is insane. Wait a minute, hold on. Hook, Gorge onto Muradin. Flailing Swipes has 3 charges. Emerald Wind gets activated a little early, but Muradin's dead. Valkyrie goes fishing, and Stukov's at the end of that spear. Stukov taken down. This might be GG here. This is looking like it's going to be GG. Unless Zeratul makes the most insane play we've ever seen. Taikessa, what do you got? I'm assuming nothing. It's a single altar in the bottom of the map. Lost up in 217. Zeratul will probably manage this Sapper camp. Completely invisible, actually. Oh, looking for the flank. No, goodbye, Blaze. Wait a minute. He's got Bunker. Rain of Vengeance from Vala. Jet Propulsion. Brightwing goes down first. That's actually big. Wind tunnel from the Falstad as he's trying to back away. Zeratul blinking past that. Holpaka so very low. They take down the Falstad. Mitrai. Jet Propulsion away. The hook. Oh, the slam is there. And the Viking, though. Vala stops rotating. The Viking doesn't get the channel. Are you serious? But I don't think it matters, chat, because the Sappers have gone over the wall, and it's 1 HP? Oh my god, wait, Muradin? Oh my god, you are kidding me, dude. Vala, no, they're dead. That's GG. Muradin may delay this out, but the Viking gets the channel, and oh my god, what a fun map number 1 in this upper bracket best of 3 finals, determining who goes to the playoffs, and hey, hopefully the rest of the games are this good. Well, if you're enjoying yourself here, be sure to subscribe. The next game could be the final game of the day. So if you're having a good time, if you enjoy the casting, if you would like to support the stream, every little bit helps us out. We do full-time streams, so your support to the stream, whether it be Prime Gaming, Tier 1, Tier 2, or 3, helps out a ton. If you've got bits that you'd like to use here, that's appreciated as well. We've already had a few donations today for the stream and the support, so thank you, everyone, for being awesome, for being here.
I'm a buff baby that can dance like a man. I can shake a my fanny, I can shake 'em, I can. I'm a tough tootin' baby, I can punch in your buns. Punch in your buns, I can punch all your buns. If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun.
And just like that, you can be just as cool.
Baha and Bandit and chat.
You can be just as cool as Nancy and summon the buff tootin' baby. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Nancy. That is really generous of you. Thank you, bud. Appreciate you greatly. I hope you're having a great day. By the way, I can't get over how good that movie was last night. Alrighty, everybody. Players have not swapped sides. We do have everything ready to go. So the members of Three-Legged Cat lost map number 1 in this upper bracket final and will be opting in for first pick priority, meaning the map choice comes out from COPIUM, the map choice being that of Garden of Terror. Samuro will be banned away here. As a reminder, this is the Meta Madness style of draft, so heroes that were picked and played are unavailable for this map number 2. So no Stitches, no Stukov, stuff like that in the previous... No! I mean, I did get one Cho'Gall game today, so I can't be too upset, but at the same time, we could have had 2 Cho'Gall games. We could have had 2 Cho'Gall games. Also, Three-Legged Cat can't do the Cho'Gall bounty again, so technically technically it's a wasted ban, but I also think that three-legged cat likes to play Cho'Gall in general, so. Safe Cho'Gall ban. We've got a Samuro Chromie to be banned away. I doubt they ban the Gall as well. I want to throw a ban away here. I don't know what they want to get rid of here. It's Garden of Terror. Sylvanas is not actually a bad ban. Sylvanas would be really good. They're going to get rid of Dahaka. They don't want to deal with his global factor. The only global available is Abathur. Because Brightwing was played, Falstad was played, Viking was played, Samuro is technically global with Illusion Master at level 10. It's a little bit of a stretch. Actually, Illidan Hunt is available, and that is considered a global by some. Hunt them down. Especially with the level 20 nowhere to hide. Hogger will be the first pick, though, on the side of three-legged cat. Okay. Good bounces, good CC baseline. Heroic-wise, he's got some great opportunities and options as well. What are we going to get here for the last... the next two picks. First two picks. For the Frozen Throne! So Nubarak with Rhaegar is pretty simple and straightforward. Is there consideration for a Li Ming? Her poker on the objective is really good. Triumvirate gets reset value. Disintegrate is great against the Cocoon, but it's going to be Lucio and Sylvanas. You live in Nebraska. The only time people come here is during college and world. Oh, dude. Carol, I mean, it's nonstop for us because we have casinos, so we have sports betting. So, like, our town gets crazy during March Madness because you have a bunch of, like, March Madness bros that come up here. Football season is constantly busy. Hockey season, not as many people care about. Baseball season's kind of hit or miss. Get it? Hit or miss? Get it? Anyways. But yeah, like, football and basketball is big up here when it comes to sports betting. And watch parties. There's a bunch of people that'd be like, we're gonna go to Tahoe and rent a hotel room, and then we're gonna go sit inside the casino and watch the
It's wet, slick, it's ready to go.
Nancy, what the heck? Thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Carol. Carol, welcome to the Bahamuts. Thank you, Nancy, for the gifted sub. I appreciate you greatly. So very generous of you. Welcome back to the Bahamuts, Carol. Ashmantle, you're the best. I agree. Hanzo will be banned away on the right side. Alright, so... Rhaegar on Nuber. It's a dive-heavy composition. They could lean into a Greymane here. They could lean into Greymane. With Genji as well. And then flex the last pick with, like, a Bruiser that dives. You know what would be great here? Sonya with Leap. Sonya on Garden of Terror is so good. Leora could be a pickup here as well. I would love for it to be Sonya. The aggression slots into that composition so well. Right side, they still need a main tank and potentially more damage, or they go into another Bruiser and do Hypercarry Sylvanas. I would like a blind. Cassia was played last map. Johanna is unavailable as well. ETC with Kerrigan. Okay, so we've just got two really aggressive compositions here. I'm going to be honest. This is two really dive-heavy compositions. You know what I'm kind of curious is if they went into another healer with Karazim, but I don't know. No. The Sonya slots in so well. I really hope it's Sonya. She just fits the comp so well. And the map. It's going to be Leoric, unfortunately. Nano versus Nano. Yeah, the Nano on the side of three-legged cat, I've been told, is Taikessa. I forgot to message them between games because I was looking up photos of Lake Tahoe. I don't know if they prefer to be Nano or if they prefer to be Taikessa, but either way, let's get into it. Could be the final gamble of the day. Let's make it a big one because you know what? I believe in you. Could be the final gamble of the day, everybody. Let's make it a big one. Does Bahamut get Taco Bell after... Yeah, actually, the answer is yes. Today, we have earned our Taco Bell, chat. Alrighty, here we go. Loading on in to Garden of Terror as my cursor for some reason does that. On the left-hand side of this map, Copium up in the best of 3 upper bracket final. Loser drops down to the lower bracket final and has to fight in one best of 3 tomorrow in the lower bracket final for the playoff spot. But Copium could punch their ticket right here, right now with Hopaka on the Greymane, Masquerade, a Nubarak. We're looking at a Banana, Rhaegar, Sirdeath, Leoric, and Genji to be played by Nano. Yeah, I was wondering if we would get a pause there. Let's actually jump into the middle of the map. We're just going to go ahead and do one of these little flavors really quickly. And, I see Taikessa and Porky's chat. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Captain Rex Lucio, High Wraith ETC, Drac on the Sylvanas, Mr. Try, or My Try on the Hogger, and Taikessa on the Kerrigan.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kill! Fight! Spread my spores!
Okay. So what do we got going on here for level 1s? Colossal Totem, Ghastly, Consume Vitality. Ghastly reaches the 4. Viciousness, Greymane, Legion of Beetles, Nubarak, and for Genji is going to be going into your Agile Dismount. Accelerando, Lucio, Block Party ETC, Might of the Banshee Queen for Sylvanas. Hogger is going to be going on the Prowl, and Kerrigan with Fury of the Swarm. So we see a Hogger Leoric in the top lane for the time being. Looks like Genji might rotate up there. Bit of a scuffle here in the rotation back up from bottom into mid. Just a little bit of poke here and there. Kerrigan ravaging around. Little sustained damage from Captain Rex to Lucio, who's in the house. Genji just consistently jumping in, looking for a little bit of poke here and there. And Kerrigan, no level 4 just yet, but just still getting assimilation shields and ravages right there. I think Genji trying to pull some abilities out of the enemy. Swift strikes and taps the well. That's going to be a Primal Grasp into Impale onto Banana, who looks to step in with the Stormcaller active. Lightning Barrier with a little bit of damage, but no stackage level 1 on the, for Rhaegar, by the way. Hogger backs away in top lane. Leoric putting the pressure onto them. Was that confirmed that Nano logged in the middle of the game? Was that actually confirmed? I know there was a joke about it, but I don't know if that was actually true.
Ah, heroes. You're just in time
I had thought that was just them being silly, and because someone said earlier they lost power. Someone said earlier that wow, I can't believe Hopaka lives right there. That's insane. Hogger working on this camp over here. Objective phase number 1 on the bottom left of the map.
Would you? I would so hate for you to not be the first to harvest enough.
Bottom lane camp pushed up by Nano here. Shuriken Mastery level 4 will be grabbed. Nubarak looking to push up onto the ETC here in bottom lane. Little face melt to push them back. Kerrigan ravaging around. Does have Sharpened Blades on the floor. Only 5 stacks of 75. And they'll be able to clear this wave out with the Black Arrow activated by Drac the Sylvanas. Hogger in top lane looking to push up a wave against Leoric. A little staggering blow doesn't find the stun up against the wall. Lucio able to wall ride and back away there just safely. Alright, still no prior. Oh, My Try. Little Swift Strike from Genji. Dive from Greymane. Nicely done. First blood over to the side of Copium. As we did not get a big gamble on this one. That is rough. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Alright, Purification for the Rhaegar at level 7. This is going to be top lane Fort Front Gate taking a big chunk of damage. Perfect defense, by the way, for the Genji. Deflect damage reduces the cooldown to deflect by 2 seconds up to a maximum 10 seconds. And isn't deflect like 16 or something? Yeah, 16 seconds, so. Could effectively have a 6-second cooldown. Nano Hit with a drain. You're all out of points. That's understandable. I appreciate you trying. Flame the guys that took them and ran. Like when Crush literally got first and was like, yeah, I'm not even going to be here for the stream today. I just got first, now I'm leaving. I think he left the lurk, though, which is appreciated. Wizard Duelist for the Grey Mane. Festering wounds on your Sylvanas here as Genji jumps into the bottom lane, sort of feigning that this Leoric was about to die or was killable. In the top lane, seems like Siege Giants are going to be cleared away by Nano, or excuse me, Taikessa and High Wraith. Captain Rex here as well, just to help out with a little sustained damage. And first objective, looks like Anub'arak will throw down the bed of barbs. Genji pulls the Sapress inside, and we've got ourselves 1 out of 3 seeds to the side of Copium. Oh! Genji goes down in mid. First kill over to the side of Three-Legged Cat right there. Haunting Wave, Black Arrow activated. Siege Giant still trying to push up here. One of the Beetles delaying things out a little bit. Minion Wave there as well. I actually didn't notice initially. Next seed will be on the top right. Drak getting a little bit low here. The Burrow Charge from Anub'arak is good, and the Skeletal Swing takes them down. Leoric with an Entomb. Captain Rex wall rides to safety, pushing back the enemy. But yes, heroics are here on the left side. Cocoon, Curse Bullet, Entomb, Ancestral, and Genji is what? I'm assuming it's X-Strike. Mosh Pit, High Five, Shockwave, Mind Control, and Ultralisk, and it is going to be X-Strike for the Genji. ETC broken out of that Cocoon. Arrogant ravaging in. Curse Bullet will connect onto High Wraith. ETC takes a chunk of damage, equal to about 35% of his current health pool, which I think it was actually full.
Precious seed. Go and get it, would you?
Minion Wave on the bottom lane, pushed up onto the fort here. Staggering Blow comes out. Shockwave through as well. Wraith walk out from Leoric. Impale thrown down from Anub'arak over here as Kerrigan ravages around. Extract from Genji with a Haunting Wave, still chases in, and Genji does go down. Another kill onto the Cyber Assassin. Kerrigan combination lands into this. Anub'arak Mind Control goes out. The Ancestor Healing helps out Anub'arak's health pool, but help is really the key word in that one because it does not sustain him. He will be taken down. 21 stacks for the Shuriken Mastery of Genji. 59 for Kerrigan on the Sharpened Blades. Still working through that. Near 75, actually. Kind of ignoring Leoric in mid as he does have the Drain applied. Does have that Hopelessness level 7 as well. Looking at this camp just above, is there going to be a potential dive onto the fort in bottom lane? Is there a Black Arrow from Sylvanas available? There is. She won't go for it, though. Next seed, center of the map. 1 out of 3 on both sides. Neutral position. I believe the next one should go on the left side of the map. I don't know if it'll be top or bottom. Flank from Leoric, but it's going to be scattered by the Lucio. Augur starts to spin away. ETC maybe interrupts. Face Melt is good. Sylvanas has got big damage into this Leoric. They may be able to get the objective on the enemy side. Oh, no, Leoric does not go down. Shockwave in from Augur after the bounce, but there's a chunk of damage into my try. I saw Curse Bullet go out as well. Cocoon onto Kerrigan, Haunting Wave into this engagement. Nano backs away with the Swift Strike to safety. ETC activates a Mosh. Kerrigan with a combination pulls Anub'arak. Still, somehow he's actually still inside that reticle. Power Slide from ETC is good, and Grey Mane goes down. Sylvanas once more. Deflect from Genji activated. Lucio chases in, but the Swift Strike is the end of that engagement as Leoric headed to top lane to soak up. 13, though, will be picked up. You got that Chrysalis for Kerrigan. Pummel on your Augur, Encore ETC, which was nerfed down to 4%. You've also got your Remorseless
Another seed is about to sprout
for your Sylvanas, as her Black Arrows are going to expire here in a second. Minion Wave is available, though. Totem comes down. Mind Control misses. Kerrigan with a flank misses her combination as well. Genji Swift Strikes to safety. Rhaegar lunges in for a bite. Entomb from Leoric is available. He's going to flank in once again. The fort does go down. Crystals from Kerrigan avoids the Burrow Charge, but the Impale follows her and takes down the Swarm Queen.
There it is. Gather the seed before your enemy does.
Oh, Lucio checks a bush with a sound wave, discovers the Leoric, but the enemy team is already on path to objective. And as I mentioned, it's going to be on the left side. Does seem like Garden Terror will be grabbed by Masquerade uninterrupted. Sylvanas is getting a camp for bottom. Augur tags the camp, but it's going to leash and disappear in a second. One unit had to leashed right there and then disappeared. Overgrowth plant in the top lane has already been spawned by the Garden Terror. Masquerade is here as well, looking to chase in. Augur throws back the easy throw dynamite, spins to safety. Overgrowth plant once again in this bottom lane. Sylvanas did grab those siege giants, and Tower Shot zones Sirdev back. Bottom fort will be saved, mid fort saved, top fort does go down. Augur will not be picked off either. 5 for 5 in kills. About 15 on both sides. Leoric is still pushing into bottom lane. Genji here to help the siege. And looks like it will be a double fort picked up. But the issue is that Genji and Leoric, they got to get out of here. They won't get the fort. Leoric takes a few tower shots. Lucio considers pushing in. Amps things up. This is really risky, Captain Rex, yeah. Hearth out from Sylvanas and a few others to go deal with top lane as the keep front gate does get opened up. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas, Black Arrow Explosion with the Unstable Poison level 4, and the minion wave is cleared away. Augur looks to bounce in. There's a potential setup here. ETC zoning, the Shockwave misses the mosh pit, will be interrupted. Cocoon onto the Lucio as well. And a handful of traded heroics there. Siege Giants in top lane, or Siege Giant, will be met by a minion wave. Unfortunately, won't be enough to clear that away, so this keep will can take a bit more damage. Lucio has one sound wave to push in. Oh, no, he's just going to... Yeah, okay, there you go. 16 on the right side first. Up the frequency. You've got the painful spikes, the showstopper ETC, and Sylvanas and Hog are holding. See what they go into here in a moment. Nubrak has the epic enter. You've got your Pack of his Lord. Lord of his Pack. Pack of his Lord. There we go. Lord of his Pack for the... Gray main as Augur gets some decent damage on the Masquerade here, but unable to get a kill. Ominous Wraith Royal Focus for Leoric. Genji jumps in. A few shurikens with Shin Gun level 16, or level 13. Bouncing from Augur. No fort available. Staggering blow to the sidewall. Haunting Wave. Mind Control from Sylvanas misses. Meanwhile, Nubrak tries to burrow charge northward, and the enemy team is right there. Ancestral Healing will be forced out. ETC Encore. Just get a bop or two here and there. 13 seconds on that heroic timer. Leoric Wraith walking away, staggering blow from Augur will connect. The camp is invaded and stolen away. Nano jumping in, Entomb comes out. There's going to be a shockwave as well. And the members of Three-Legged Cat, they want this map number 3 in the upper bracket final. They say, Towers of Doom, that was a fluke. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Was the 16 a power spike for the side of Three-Legged Cat to maybe start dominating this map? Or is it just going to be a lot of traded blows? Power sliding from ETC. Face melt again. Mosh pit available. There's going to be a burrow charge. Impale. Mind Control finds a Nubrak. ETC drops the Mosh, or activates it. Huge damage into a Nubrak. He gets taken down. Mid-fort falls as well. Genji blasted up against the wall, and Kerrigan has the sustained burst to take him down. Push off from Lucio with the heavy caster level 13 comes through, and Kerrigan picks up a beautiful triple kill for the side of Three-Legged Cat, and they move in through mid. They ignore the current objective, saying, hey, death timers are relatively decent. We have a Sylvanas on our team. I'm assuming Black Arrow is off cooldown. It is indeed. She'll pop that right here with the Haunting Wave. And oh my god, wait, ETC's playing to the far side. If they end off of this, that would be insane. I don't think they end. I think you back off and you go for objective. There was talk. There was a 2-second window where they were like, we should end. And they were like, no, 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 no. No, let's not do that. So Kerrigan ravages in the bottom, picking up some experience. We do have a level and then some in favor for Three-Legged Cat. All right. So seed 2 of 3 to the side of Three-Legged Cat. Genji jumps in. A fight around this camp over here. Mind Control finds a Nubrak. Lucio goes in. There's a cocoon onto him as well. A Nubrak falls. If they find, if Three-Legged Cat find a couple kills here, or at least one more, I think that's GG. And I think that right there is GG. I think Greymane going down is the end of this one. Lucio already speeding past his allies. I mean, they're mounted. It's not like you can buff them up any further on speed. It's Leoric, and Genji, Rhaegar for the defense. We'll see if this can be done. Wait a minute. Moshpit ETC gets activated, but oh my god, the top lane. They gotta be so careful. Meanwhile, back over at the core, Genji with a deflect is pretty decent. Cocoon from Kerrigan activated. 9 seconds on a new Barak. They're gonna lose their top lane keep. Power slide onto Leoric. The mind control is there as well. Is this a flubbed core attempt? It is. And they lose their keep. They get nothing. They get, literally, they get nothing on the side of Three-Legged Cat. And they lose their keep. They get negative value. Actual negative value. Call the Dark Lady level 20. Power spike for the Hogger. Sonic shift for Kerrigan. Ride the Lightning for ETC, his new unique Bolt of the Storm, which at max, if you hit 5 enemy heroes, the max amount, you get a 50-second cooldown of the 70. And Mixing Fire for the Lucio. Hogger, I was like, why are you hearthing? You guys have Garden Terror. That'll take care of top lane. You just literally end through mid. Again. Again! We'll see an attempt through mid with Garden Terror backing the side of Three-Legged Cat, but it's full 5-member defense on the side of Copium. Honestly, if they shut this down, no, I don't think they can run across the map and end. I don't think death timers are long enough. I think death timers are still around 40-ish seconds. Kerrigan and friends dive onto Sir Death. There's a shockwave from Hogger coming out as well. The Entomb from Leoric is attempted. There's a mind control as well from Sylvanas. 10 seconds on that cooldown. High five from Lucio. As the Garden Terror mid lane is chunking onto the keep shielding, or the core shielding, and doesn't take it down. Power slide from ETC. That's a lot of damage onto a Nubrak. He will fall. ETC finds a 4-member Mosh. Kerrigan, Sonic shift in. That's going to be Black Girl from Sylvanas. This right here is absolutely the formula needed to end this map number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, if Genji goes down, we get a Finland, and we're going to be seeing a map number 3. Well, we're going to see a map number 3 either way, but I don't think Finland will be seen in this final section of the game. GG, well played. This is going to be, wait.
OTS hype.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a Finland to wrap it up, we have a 1-1 score in this best of 3 upper bracket final. Milo, thank you for the Prime Gaming right at the end, and your Prime Gaming alert is exactly how I feel as well. Yes, we're getting a map number 3 in this best of 3. It all comes down to wherever we go next. Winner will be heading to the playoffs. Loser drops down to the lower bracket final tomorrow, and we'll have to do one more best of 3 to try and make their way into the playoffs. If they get knocked out of that, well, last chance qualifier next weekend. But either way, we're going to run some ads. Be sure to use your Prime Gaming like all the amazing people have done already in chat. And let's get set up for the final game of the day. Hey, y'all get a redemption prediction game. Y'all get a redemption prediction game coming up. All right, ads and stuff. See you soon. Our country population goes up 20 times in the summer, 500,000 to 10 million, kind of wild. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, our resting population of just South Shore is like under 40,000. Boo. Earns. South Shore population's around 40,000. And the metric I heard is in the summer, when it's our biggest season, we jump to 250,000, which is still a lot of people. I don't know about winter, but winter is a little bit less because winter tourism is a little bit more difficult with renting skis and stuff. But that is not the big concern right now. The big concern is going to be who is making their way into the playoff bracket. Winner of this map right here, Infernal Shrines, will be going to the playoff bracket. Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, South Carolina gets really busy in the summer as well for you guys, I think, right? A lot of beach going and stuff like that. And then you guys have hurricane season. Johanna and Cho will be banned away. Chromie and Dahaka banned away by the side of Three-Legged Cat. We have got Copium with first pick here, as they did lose the previous map. And what will they first pick? A Junkrat. First pick Junkrat coming through. Stitches,
With every death comes honor.
Stitches was played in Towers of Doom map number 1, so no Stitches to be played. Andu and Hanzo on the right. Genji was already played. This is the Meta Madness style of draft, so the previous 20 heroes we saw are unavailable. Imperius is up and available, though. Really good map for him as well. What else do we want to see here? Garrosh is up, Diablo's up, Mei, Mal'Ganis. I think a Muradin is up as well. No, Muradin was on Towers of Doom. So no. 2 seasons, Hurricane, 2 seasons, Turret season, and Hurricane. Wait, Muradin was played in map 1, wasn't he? Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, wasn't Muradin played by Three-Legged Cat? Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. Okay. But we have constant influx of people moving from areas like Ohio, New Jersey, etc. to too many people, not good infrastructure to support it. Oh, Umberwolf, you are literally preaching to the choir up here. I mean, the housing in Tahoe is awful. I mean, the housing in basically everywhere is awful. But the housing up here is at like it's basically like the housing market up here is basically like really, really rich people. Like I was really lucky and I was able to like I had a house in Detroit that we invested a lot of money into and we sold it for a profit and used all that money to be able to move out here. But still, like there's houses that I see going up for sale like $1 million and it needs like a shitload of work, but it's a 500 square foot shed that someone renovated and those and I'm not even kidding. Like let me find it while we're waiting for this lobby to get going again. I've showed this before on stream. The housing market in Tahoe is just stupid. Like people will literally list like a 400 square foot shed as like a property, and they'll rent it for, or not rent it, they'll list it for like $500,000. Sorry, I don't know. Zillow's being super weird. Please hold and confirm you're human, not a bot. Sure. Guess Zillow has an issue with that. Let's just do South Tahoe. See if I can find something really quickly and show you guys the sheds that they list. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 734 square feet for $375,000. That's it. That's it. That's wild to me. Anyways, looks like the lobby bugged out or something. I was literally about to swap us in, but it looks like they didn't. You live in Mount Pleasant, which is an insanely rich area in Charleston. When you said Mount Pleasant, I thought you were talking about Central, like, because Mount Pleasant is where Central Michigan University is, so I was like, wait, I thought you were in South Carolina. Here, let me see. So this isn't even South Shore proper. This isn't even South Shore proper. This is Myers. And this is what they're offering. Like, this is the itty bitty cabin you get for $375,000. Just crazy to me. All right, we're back into it. Oh, dude, Susborn. Yeah, my aunt and uncle and my nephew, they live in Toronto. I grew up visiting Toronto. And, yeah. There's the housing market there is insane. And even then, like, it's like $600K for an apartment. Like, apartments are insane in Toronto. Housing market is definitely the benefit of living in an Omaha area. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I live in a beautiful tourist area, so of course everything's expensive. Like, if I moved down to, like, Reno, Nevada, oh god, I'm sure I could get double the property size for probably half the price. I could probably double my house size for maybe half the price.
And I'm checking in.
Okay, so we're back into the draft here. We had some issues. Someone on the side of Copium forgot that Muradin was played in map 1. So we've got a Junkrat, Samuro, Ana on the left side, Hanzo, Anduin. So this is pretty much where we left off in the draft beforehand. So thanks for your patience. The Twitch gamble is still going. I'm glad I made it 15 minutes. Malthiel will be banned away. Okay. Cho'Gall's already been banned, so they won't see that. Wondering if it's going to be like triple frontline for a 3-legged cat, and that's why they don't want to deal with the Malthiel. Also, Malthiel's just great on this map in general. Nano boosted Malthiel with Tormented Souls. He also had a buff on the level 20 for the Tormented Souls. Kind of like Diva Pop and Lock, where if you, well, I guess Diva Pop and Lock is when she's standing still, but if you have 2 or more enemies inside your Tormented Souls with the level 20 upgrade for Malthiel, you don't decay on the duration, and Nano Boost is an old tried and true classic, so nice heads up ban from 3-legged cat. We do have a Medivh ban as well. Wasn't Medivh already played in the series? No. No, he was not. That was a different series. So everything blends together towards the end of the day. Alright, Hanzo, Anduin, Yrel, and Tracer. Good sustained damage on the right-hand side. Good control with the Yrel. Will they Sergeant Hammer last pick? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a standard tank like a Diablo. Works well with the Tracer. Dragon's there to follow that up. Yeah, I actually love the idea of a Diablo on the side of 3-legged cat. What will be the pick on the left side, though? Nano boosted Lightning Breath is a thing. Nano boosted Mal'Ganis with Dark Conversion and the level 20 is good.
We will forge a great destiny.
Varian will be picked up here with the Tychus. I still think you go Diablo here. I still think it's Diablo in my opinion. I really, really like it. Unless it's banned away. No. Okay. Oh, we got Garrosh. Okay. I mean, Varian wants to charge in, so every time Varian goes, charge! Garrosh just punishes it. Well, either way, final gamble of the day. Everybody, get your predictions in. If you're like, but my country doesn't let me gamble. +0 and -0 are very distinctive things. Just saying. But yeah, let's make it a nice big Twitch prediction. Let's get a lot of channel points on the line, and let's head into Infernal Shrines, the final map of the day. You got around 6 minutes. 6 minutes, everybody. Immediate pause. I don't know what's going on here. I don't get what's going on. Okay. I see. This last game is cursed, chat. This last game is so cursed. This last game is impossibly cursed, man. Alright. So if you're wondering what happened, one of the players did not load into the game. They literally were stuck in the lobby screen. So now we have to remake again. Samuro is just a fake hero. That's a statement that was written in chat. We'll play soon. You know what my biggest thing is? It's that Taco Bell is on the horizon. And I also want to find out who wins. But Taco Bell is on the horizon, and I need to go get it, eat it, and walk Bandit before we do our D&D, which is an hour and a half, which I'm sure if I'm a few minutes late, I don't think people are going to complain, but I am hungry. I'm so starving. I've been up since 5 a.m. I ate breakfast like 7 hours ago, which was like an egg and a sausage. All right, there we go. Alrighty, chat. Predictions! Get your predictions, everybody. Get your predictions in. We have 47,600 to 51,000. I think you all can do better than that. I think you can all do way better than that. Except for Stark, because he lost all his channel points already. All right, we're finally loading into the final game of the day. Let's get it.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right, we are finally loaded on in, ready to go. On the left-hand side, we have got Copium with a Banana Ana, Hopaka Tychus, Nano Junkrat, Surdeath Samuro, and Masquerade Varian. Right side of the map is going to be Three-Legged Cat with My Try on the Urel, Taikessa on the Hanzo, High Wraith is your Garrosh, Captain Rex Anduin, and last but not least, Tracer played by Drac.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
We cannot tarry.
Alrighty. Do-do-do-do. Contact healing for the Ana. We've got the blow him up for the Junkrat. Tychus reading tooltips. We've got a overpower for Varian, as well as your Illusion Master. Nope. Yes. Way of Illusion. Illusion Master is the heroic. I always flip these two. Tracer with the Tracer rounds, level 1. You're also going to be seeing Well of Light for the Anduin. Unrivaled Strength Garrosh, a Simple Geometry Hanzo, and a Dauntless Urel. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Who's going to push one of these sides over the other? Also, we're very close to 69,000 for Copium. Just saying. Very close. I gambled the points I stole from someone earlier. Oh, there you go. That's quality gambling. Tychus will go quarterback level 1. Not really surprising on that. I was thinking maybe he'd go press the advantage, just trying to stay a little bit further away from the Garrosh, but not the case. Concussion Mine set up on this camp. We've got Sonic Arrow from Hanzo scouting out the Ana here. Trying to fish for a scatter or two. Only 2 stacks of 20. First objective will be frozen in the bottom lane as Urel continues just to soak up top. Impaler camp on the left side, grab from mid lane. Impaler camp in bottom lane, singular though. See if Three-Legged Cat invades this. Sonic Arrow does have visions. We do have a Concussion Mine on the point as well. No level 4, so no Indomitable for Garrosh. The Sleep Dart finds 2 enemies. Lion's Fang from Varian goes out. No level 1 Lion's Maw. Nano hugs the edge of that reticle and is a secondary Concussion Mine set up in the bush afterwards. Does blast people around. My Try clearing out Impaler camp from mid. Does save most of the damage on the gate here as Samuro pops mirror images. And Urel meets that with a Righteous Hammer immediately, trying to deny any sort of stacking on that level 1 for Samuro. Hand of Freedom, Piercing Light, Indomitable, Explosive Arrow. You've also got your Pulse Generator on the Tracer. Debilitating Dart for Ana. And Tychus, does he want to go in the rhythm? Does he want to go for a Bigger They Are? Like, what's the upgrade here at level 4 for him? Taunt, of course, Varian. You do have the Boom Pow, which is a nice combo with the Blow 'em Up, since you get a 10-second off of Concussion Mine cooldown, which baseline is 16 seconds. So if you hit an enemy hero, you have a 6-second cooldown, and during that 6-second cooldown, you have the Blow 'em Up value that triggers. It is going to be a Bigger They Are for the Tychus. Try and chunk onto this Garrosh health pool immediately. Oh my god, it's 100k to 100k. We did it. 200,000 channel points on the line. You love to see it. Natural Agility with the wall. Varian charges in. He's going to be thrown away by the Garrosh. There's going to be a Pulse Bomb on the ground, not connecting. and does get some of the Skeletal Defenders, I do believe. 16-9 in Skeletal Defenders as these Sonic Arrows, or Storm Bows, sorry, from Taikessa connecting here. 19-16, still really close between both these two teams. Concussion Mine blasts Hanzo out of position, has no mana. As Tracer steps out, Holpaka the target. Gonna be thrown in, Chastise connects, the Concussion Mine blasts High Wraith almost into a tower shot or two. Nano Hanzo getting low, needs to back away, 26 apiece. Concussion Mine again, pushing Anduin to the side. Samuro rotating in from top lane. 31-34, it's so very close. Varian thrown over the wall, his son gets the Chastise into him, and it is going to be objective phase going over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. Yrel does go down in the end, and first kill over to the side of Copium, as the Samuro Mirror Image eats the jump of the Punisher, meaning they can't pull this over the wall, and the siege potential on the forefront gate is high for Three-Legged Cat. Okay, a few autos coming through, Mortar Punisher, excuse me, the Frozen Punisher. The Frost Nova's here, and wow, actually, I was anticipating a lot more siege here. Tracer's already headed over to mid. Yrel's respawned and heading to top, and this Punisher gets minimal value. The gate is still up. Wait, maybe the gate gets taken. Nope, the minions don't get it. 166 HP on the gate here. Will they invade this camp, though? Varian is showing to Hanzo. Stormbow thrown out. Scatter at 12 stacks currently. Waiting for Heroics, avenging Wrath over the wall, but Yrel can't step up any further for anything. Does back away. Junkrat sets up a Concussion Mine around this bottom lane camp. And Mortar Punisher will be up in mid. I think we're around 8 minutes in-game time. Actually, less than that. I think we're a little bit less than 8 minutes in-game time. Concussion moves this Garrosh to the side. A Groundbreaker connects as well. Scatter off the sidewall. Nicely done. Concussion Mine fishes for Taikessa. Won't land it. That's a lot of damage on a Tracer. 81 HP. Tychus tries to quarterback that grenade, but Captain Rex with the heal would have been good enough either way. Well of Light thrown down on the ground, and I can't believe it. Tracer lives right there. Okay. So Heroic obviously is going to be faster with the kill to the side of Copium. Odin's going to get summoned immediately. Eye of Horus, Commandeer Odin, Riptire, Illusion Master. We'll also be seeing Varian what? Is it going to be... Okay, that's a charge taunt. Tychus was thrown out of position, but that 25 armor helping a ton here. Eye of Horus from Ana activated. And it's going to be Warbringer for the Varian, so he can charge every 4 seconds. Yes, the Illusion Master. Dragon's Arrow. We've got a Sticky Bomb, I believe. That's a Light Bomb from Anduin as well. What is Garrosh and Yrel going to be going into? I feel like it's Ardent Defender and Warlord's Challenge, but it could be Decimate. So Warlord's Challenge. Probably Ardent Defender, realistically, right? I mean, kind of hard to pass up. Sacred Ground is nice and everything, but Ardent Defender, yeah, just kind of longer cooldown, but it's just so valuable. Well, a lot of heroics are burned on the left side during that bottom lane siege. Do have everything available on the right. Pulse Bomb about to be generated to full, 92% of 100. Left side campus grab. Right side, are they going to try and start this late? They are. Mortar Punisher activated. Right side camp will be grabbed. Looks like Samuro tried to micro some mirror images for scouting. Nicely done with that. Sleep Dart went out. Looks for Yrel. Concussion Mine blaster to the side. Do have that bogged down level 7. Odin's been summoned once again. Avenging Wrath charged up. 17-10 in the Skeletal Defenders. Dragon's Arrow lands onto 2. Light Bomb Tracer blinks in. Pulse Bomb. Nano goes down. Taikessa still chasing in with this Hanzo. Tracer will be traded. Ana gets that kill. Eye of Horus gonna be activated. Holpaka trying to get a counter kill. The healing dart was actually a little too far away and didn't hit Tychus right there. Scatters, jumping around, avenging Wrath, my try, able to back away. Riptire is the only thing off a cooldown, but Junkrat's dead for the next 2 seconds. Actually, Varian does have a taunt. There's my try with avenging Wrath in again. There's going to be a taunt from the Varian. Biotic Grenade denies some healing. Anti-healer level 7. It's a 2.5 second healing debuff. Varian charge, met by a Groundbreaker. 32 to 36. That's Tracer blinking in. Anduin goes down to the Samuro. Riptire steals the objective away. And Drac will fall as well. 13 Talontier, objective phase. Nano is fine. Punisher jumps over onto Garrosh. Varian charges in. Biotic Grenade. Eye of Horus. Good night, Warlord Garrosh.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Jump from the Punisher onto Hanzo is really good here. Natural agility with 27 HP. Will not get taken down. Punisher still just absolutely decimating mid lane, keep front gate, and the fort. Odin's still going for a few seconds here. The dial around the armor is the duration, as you see it expire right there. Camp will be invaded. 6 to 2 in kills. A 2-level lead, 15 to 13. As Samuro tries to wait, hold on. Dragon's Arrow goes wide. Yrel with Art Defender activated. We do have a light bomb into this Ana. She does go down. Groundbreaker finds. That's a good Groundbreaker toss into Warlord's challenge. Pulse bomb is there. And a double kill comes through from the side of Three-Legged Cat, which is going to definitely bolster that experience. Meanwhile, Samuro was able to take down top lane fort. Uh-oh. My try? Definitely dead here. No? No grenade? It was off. It was just came off cooldown. Okay. Garrosh gonna try and run at the Junkrat here. Does have Ripper Air level 13. Tracer and Garrosh stepped up here, trying to clear out the wave and threaten onto Nano the Junkrat. Unable to do so. Taikessa Hanzo able to get a little bit of poke onto the wave here as well. Sonic Arrow to get vision and some damage onto the structure. Meanwhile, Samuro in top lane. Mirror images pushing up onto the fort front gates. The key front gate. Garrow. This is the real Samuro. Gonna pop mirror images. Gonna try and clear out the ones for the escape path. But the real one's already out of here, so no big deal. This bottom lane. Drell, Hand of Freedom to chase in Avenging Wrath once again. Taunt from the Varian. Concussion Mine pushes her away. Riptire summoned by Junkrat. Warlord challenge misses. Riptire jumps in the air and Leap of Faith saves the Garrosh. The Concussion Mine. Oh my god, the Eye of Horus is good. Eye of Horus. Banana, the real assassin of the team. Samuro continuing to do Samuro things on top. Well, Anduin at least gets a Chastise Piercing Light Stacks. That's 1% spell power increase. Up to 3% now. Level 16 almost here. Next objective, Arcane, should be announced really soon, actually. I didn't look at when the last one went down. But the gut feeling on the timer was really on point from the streamer. Alright, so Taikessa gets this mid lane camp. They will be able to have 16 for this. Piercing Arrow. Samuro steals away this camp as well. Concussion Mine set up in case anyone tries to steal it away. Impaler camp for bottom. Copium with really good play here on this map number 3. They haven't lost a structure yet. Bottom lane fort is around, let's call it 50%. Fallen Shaman in top lane. Looks like Yrel's going to ignore that. Samuro's going to micro a mirror image and actually swap over there. But Yrel looking for a flank right now. Three-Legged Cat are going aggressive as the Righteous Hammer flank. Unfortunately, Tychus is not pushed into the enemy there. Samuro just trying to do Samuro things in the top lane. See, minion wave is pushed up. You should have mirror images momentarily, and this keep will be lost, but it's a 4v5. Dragon's Arrow connects onto 2 in the bottom. Pulse Bomb is there as well. Hopaka gets slowed by a Sticky Bomb. A Warlord's Challenge coming out as well. A Toss Tychus is the one to go down. They may lose their keep, but this could be a game-changing multitude of kills. My try is Hearthing back. Junkrat gonna be chased out. Real Samuro has to swap out of this. Yeah, you can't sustain that. So, 34 of 40 Skeletal Defenders to the side of COPIUM, but Three-Legged Cat gets it. A couple kills, 8 to 6. What's our experience look like here between the two teams with kills? Minions is a big deficit. Passive is deficit. Structures is a massive deficit. 69,000 to 60,000. But literally, they're going. They're already sidewalling. Three-Legged Cat, I think they want to try and make this a play to win. Gushimine pushes Anduin around. Uh-oh, Captain Rex, you gotta be careful! No way! You are kidding me, dude. Oh, I don't need that. I need this, and this, and this. Wow, 89 overkill. It's unfortunate right there. And that Anduin dying is kinda just like, alright, we're done. That's as much as we get. We got a fort. But we got Deadeye for the Ana. Big red button. You've got Way of Illusion, or the 3-blade style, sorry. You've got... what? Being hit by a hero basic tech reduces the cooldown of taunt by 1 second. We never see this level 20. But if you think about it, into Tracer, it's insane. Because Tracer's... literally, her basic attack rate is so high. Eye of Horse Deadeye. Wait a minute, they're going for Garrosh. Charge, taunt. Groundbreaker connects. Yrel with the Avenging Ref in. Odin, Big Red Button will be summoned. Warlord's Challenge mid-air. Tower shots. Pulse Bob, Masquerade. Gets away from tower shots. Another taunt comes out, and Yrel does go down. Ardent Defender wasn't activated in time. We do have a Riptire with the extra oomph. Almost getting a full reset, but that takes down the Anduin. Big Red Button working on the keep here. Are they going to go for core, or are they just taking down the keep? They actually have a big minion wave mid. Varian dives in. Tower shots, core shots are pretty decent. Masquerade gets another taunt. And I think Tychessa is going to be run down by Serdath. Absolutely not. This is going to be COPIUM. Good scatter from Hanzo right there. Takes down the Varian. Samuro's on core, though. Samuro's currently on core. The real Samuro's on core. Looking to take down High Wraith. Hanzo gets taken down by the Tychus. And that right there to round out our final game of the day is a... And ladies and gentlemen, COPIUM will be heading into the playoffs tomorrow. In the lower bracket final, Three-Legged Cat will try and do the same. GG, well played. A phenomenal day of games.